It's the time to get down.
Turn that thing down and get ready for school! All right, it's crazy day. It's Monday. If you're just getting going, you're already late for work. Come on. Now we start the day. Morning coffee with Mario. Get that stretch on, get that groove on. Shake your money maker. It's time. It's Monday. Yeah. It's gonna be one of those days today, you know. Get up, whatever you have, and you know what I say. Get your oatmeal, get your fresh fruit, your bread muffins, whatever you're sipping on, whatever you're smoking on, those old unfiltered Camels, that badass Cali, whatever you having, come on and share with us. Yeah, we start the day moving those hips. We got the hot picks. We got the sports too, but today the focus is on creative energy, playwrights, producers, and more. Yes, Peter J. Harris in the house. The Johnson Chronicles. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get your attention. Come on now. Oh. We got a multitask at this place. Come on. Yeah. Let's just do what we came to do. Just vibe, yeah. Yes. It's like an epidemic. Rock star gimmick. Get it, then realize that you in it and you're finished. Whole dream diminished. See, I play the season, y'all have a scrimmage. I spit with reason, y'all hit the image. But I believe the dream has no limits. I believe that's the whole reason we live it. But they don't get it, they like it's not right, is it? No visit, hip-hop here to stay, no shizit. We gonna get it, new improved music, move and groove with it. Choose who you get with. I smack rap like it's too hard. My flow hard like Dick get empty clothes on individuals. When anything goes, y'all play a pick 'em like any got soul, got so much in the rap. I should have a fat roll. Good morning. Y'all should kick back, relax, just roll with me. Vibe with me, roll with me. Vibe with me, roll with me. Come on and vibe with me. Hip hop ain't dead, just live with me. Be cool, just move with the crew. Don't funk in here, the beat way too slow. Let's just do what we came to do. Just vibe. Let's just do what we came to do. Just vibe with it. Come on. Be cool. Oh. Welcome. I know it's that kind of a day. Welcome everybody. Whew. Welcome to Morning Coffee, the show that comes to you live from Los Angeles, California. Not in the ghetto, but we can see the fence. I want to just remind you. So here we are. It's that kind of a day. We're going to have a special day today because unlike other days, you know, we would tend to focus on the president because, you know, this is the serious segment, you know, once a week I go legit. So it's not just the music stuff. So once a week we wax political and scare the shit out of some people because, you know, we have our views. But this week we're not going to talk about the president because in lieu of conversations about the Donald, we're going to have a focus on creative energies today. That means that today we're not going to do the news. And unfortunately, I've also decided to scrap marijuana for dummies. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I don't smoke. This means we don't get to talk about it. So it's a different show today, let me catch my breath, with all the focus on creative people. But just as a little note, for those of you who are not aware, because I had to get at least one dig, go look at the show from 5/22. When I made my predictions, we were on hiatus. And I came out of hiatus to do a show specifically to comment on the president. And I went out on a limb, much to the chagrin of some of my associates who warned me, Mario, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? I said, I'll say I'm wrong. But I went out with my predictions on 5/22, and so remember, because everything looks more clear. I predicted 1, the president impeached, 12 to 18 of his staff indicted. I said Kushner would go to jail. I said 2 to 3 years after the president was removed from office, he would then be tried for treason. Now people say, Mark, that's crazy. I said, that's why you make predictions. You don't make predictions if the predictions are the same old shit. You make predictions when the predictions are different. And I wanted to go on record for saying, and people say, well, how did you come to that conclusion? Just remember, I told you I sat around and just imagine the president was guilty. Once you imagine he's guilty, it all lines up. So go take a look at that episode. We're not going to do the news today, but I had to get my little political statement in because that's what I do. Okay, you guys, we got announcements because today is true. The creative focus means we have, okay, I got to give him applause now. Peter J. Harris, the writer, producer of the Johnson Chronicles. That's going to be part of the story today. He's going to be he's here with us, and we're going to be talking about the Johnson Chronicles and what it means, it represents, and all of its wonder. So that's part of the show today. And as part of that focus on creative individuals, we also have Miranda Jonte, who's a playwright, producer on her own in New York, also has a monologue production, who was seeking advice on the internet for a strategy. And I said, the universe works in mysterious ways to bring us together. So I felt like with Peter coming, she's asking for a strategy. He's living it too. Mm-hmm. What a wonderful chance to share this and talk about playwrights, producers, some of the stuff that they're doing as it relates to living that world, doing the dream. So that is a big part of what we're going to do today. So that's what I got planned. So we also had the full show, and we've asked Peter to see, we'll see how long they want to stick. We always invite the guests to stick around because the other segments often appeal in ways that may not have, like our sports. People, they watch our sports when they don't even care about sports. We don't really talk about sports in the convention. So, Vic, what do we have today in the sports world and the world of hot picks?
No, you're wrong, man. Why you want to go there? Okay. I'm not going to bring anything new. I'm just going to tell you about the second coming of Kobe. That's Kyrie Irving, if you believe that, right? I'm only telling you that. Also,
what?
Call it Kobe Bryant Part 2. In other words, he has to earn it, okay? And I believe in him, but we're not going to go there yet. Also, if you haven't been following Dodgers Mania, you guys are missing it, man. If you can't
That's
quote to me,
ball.
if you can't quote anything about the Dodgers, you need to walk out on my segment, okay? Don't be representing, okay?
Trying to keep black folks connected to baseball. Give them applause.
All right. And hot picks. You want to talk about the women? We're talking about professional, the fastest, some of the greatest women, fewer women dominating the speed of sport, competitive head to toe with the men. We're going to talk about that later too, man. That's about it.
So and we have some stuff coming up this week, right? I'm supposed to get out the schedule.
Yes.
There is some discipline involved in some of this stuff here. So I'm supposed to get out the schedule for this week. I know tomorrow night, Tuesday, we have the Quiet Storm.
Yes.
And I'm going to do music essentially from folks who aren't here anymore. We're going to be celebrating a bunch of the artists that have passed.
Right.
Recent and past. And I'm going to be taking... You can be online in the chat room or on Facebook.
Yeah.
Put in the name of an artist, and I'll go find the track.
Okay.
Because I like to sometimes pull the obscure tracks from artists. But tomorrow night, Quiet Storm, we're going to be focusing on the folks that aren't here anymore.
Right.
Recent and past. And
that's right.
I'll be taking requests like we do live and interactive on the air. Are we doing the Wednesday?
Yes. Yeah, Wednesday we got a special guest, Alan Santana, former professional boxer, former WB. Well, let me say it this way. World Boxing Foundation.
I don't know.
I just want to give you the long name. World Boxing Foundation. And he's still the president over the American Boxing Foundation. And he has a organization, nonprofit called No Teen Writers. So we're going to see if we can spin that loop and get educated about the power of punching and how it leads you to a greater awareness about what you want to contribute back to society.
Power of punching?
The power of punching. And you may not use your fists. Use your mind. And I know you've done that.
That's a lot to say.
I know you've done that quite often, haven't you?
All right, even messed that up. Yeah.
All right, man. So that'll be 8 p.m. You'll get the more information. Hey, you guys, just let you know.
Okay, I'll write it in my schedule.
It's already.
I never know shit
hey,
that's happening, you guys, obviously.
Hey, all he has to hit is the publish button, and it'll be on the website. So you're going to see a lot of blasts coming out about that today.
Oh, that was his
right.
way of telling me that the website page is
done.
It's done. So I'm to look at that. Okay, well that sounds good. So and then on Friday,
yes,
which is the wonderful Friday night agenda for those of you who have not been here, the wonderful Friday night agenda. Stay home and save some money. Stay home and watch Pax Stereo. Get some chicken.
Yes,
you and the old ladies make
Jack.
some beans.
That's not encouraging.
Bottle of Yago.
That's not encouraging.
And sit at home, you and the old lady, and watch some cable after you watch Pax Stereo TV because we have the wonderful Friday night agenda. Remember, it's 7 o'clock, the pre-show hosted by artificial intelligence Alexa. And then at 8 o'clock, I do the Mario's Magic Mixtape, which is all free music. All free. I'm telling you. All free music from the Creative Commons. You got to support this movement. So many artists where they're making their music available for you legally and just retaining their rights for commercial use. So I published a playlist, and on Friday night, that Magic Mixtape, all the music is free, including a bunch of stuff in the Pax Stereo archive and the old days of Pax Stereo, the indie music label. At 9 o'clock Friday, right, Vic?
Yes.
The award-winning, I know because it's my award.
Just jacked
I just
up.
award, that's what they do. It's
Right.
award-winning.
That's right.
The award-winning, damn it. I, Victor, featuring Miko's Challenge, Sexy Miko, Impromptu. That's because we can never get anybody to rehearse shit. That's the truth. It was a show we could never get anybody available to rehearse. So Victor designed a show where you don't rehearse and it's all impromptu. He's the only one who knows for every show what's going on.
That's right.
And then they show up and he just adapts the show every week. That's right. Because that's adapted to reality.
You only choose people who can handle it.
Right. There you go.
Peter relates, and we'll get to that. So that's what we're doing on Friday night. The award-winning Vic, any new chat? We had the guys, the young guys in the swimsuits. Y'all, it's some provocative shit.
Yeah, well, Miko got
we're
surprised. Right. She got surprised. She thought she was going to have a challenge. Deanna Hodges, the Hodges Collection, fashion entrepreneur, did a great job by setting it up as if it was going to be her challenge. And she's surprised with a group of men. I guess you can call them beefcakes, whatever, hot cakes, models, whatever you can.
It was eye candy for the ladies because we're sensitive to your needs. Because, we recognize that the show has a kind of a male energy, which is, the male mystique. After all, today that fits with the Johnson Chronicles, but it has the male mystique. So we know y'all want us to have some female sensitivity.
Yeah.
Get more in touch with our feminine sides, sleep in the wet spot, everything necessary.
I'm not endorsing that.
So I'm saying, we do that, and part of it was, to have more of those things. So what can I say?
And Aaron Bell returns this week because he's now going to gangster up his challenge
pretty boy Aaron
against
Bell.
Miko, maybe myself, and we don't know what else may be
Everybody
coming.
with abs. There'll be a lot of men with abs. You like abs. There'll be some fellas. Okay, every week I get the privilege of doing a slideshow animation with the photographic work of Victor Allen. And every week when you see the photos that have Vic in it, Miko probably shot those. But anyway, it's my distinct pleasure. And so here's this week's slideshow animation. And then we're going to be coming back, right, to get into meeting our special guest here today. We'll be right back. that track. Love that track. Peter asked a wonderful question. Music by Love Shadow, part of the Creative Commons music. I think the vocalist is Snowflake. I believe it's Snowflake. Part of the Creative Commons movement. A collaborative effort. I'll explain in a second. This hype sounded by the heat. Quiet. Morning coffee. I almost hit the quiet storm, but you know, it's the drugs. And we are 420 friendly, just being respectful to our guests. Oh, wow. The site sounded by the heat. That's the latest slideshow animation. The music by Love Shadow. The reason why I for a minute on the vocalist, because the wonderful thing about these tracks are that, stop it. That's so wonderful. We're not going there. That's another one. Is that they represent collaborative efforts. People put up that vocal track was uploaded a cappella. Oh, wow. And then Love Shadow. So you could find that same vocal track in a number of songs. And I've actually used it here in a number of songs. Love Shadow, that's what's so wonderful. So folks like Peter, when he has to deal with all that copyright crap, or why I can't, which is why we don't play top 40 music to Facebook, because they will flag it immediately. But he can go to dig.cc Mixter and get all these tracks, use them, cut them up in pieces legally, and they give permission as long as it's not for. So there's a whole, the rights is all explained up there. It is a resource for the creative community. And again, why we support them. So go get that track. And I use those tracks. That's why I use them here. Oops. It's because I can. Because I can use them here. And so there you go. And we can tell you can go get it and have it free. Go get it and have it free. And that's the wonder of what we do. And, of course, because we can bring it to Facebook. Now, get ready to do our schmooze section. And for those of you who know about our Facebook integration, we break the show into segments on Facebook. And because of that, we have to reset periodically. For those of you involved, you just have to refresh your page. And part 1 will be there. And a new part 2 will appear. And I give myself 60 seconds to do this stuff. Ready, go. Boom. Mario Hemsley. Going to stop the stream at Facebook. Get ready, Facebook people. You know I'm stopping it. Yes, stop streaming, damn it. Now we're going to put the new metadata in for part 2. Part 2. Create it. Excuse me, I'm ahead. I give myself 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Come back with the Facebook stuff. Let's see. Got to go better. You got to multitask in this world. It's the way we do it. Peter knows. We have to multitask. We got to sweep up, make the Kool-Aid. Okay, part 2. No news today. Well, different news. No marijuana for dummies. Just smoke up. All right, thank you. Had to make that connection. To reset that broadcast, because we do. And again, we're on a variety of social media. Vic, what do you have over there?
You want me to remind you, right?
Yeah, because we got all kind of interactions here.
Okay. Well, while you guys are doing the live stream, Ustream, Periscope, Twitter on the platform, I have what they call Big O Live, Live.me, my Facebook backup, and my Periscope as well, and then Instagram, where I'm doing some drops along the way. So we're combining that effort, man.
And when we got the Facebook integration is there, that means you can watch it. Our show's live on Facebook. And coming soon, whenever I get around to it, we'll be going live to YouTube too. But the whole point is to give you choice and take the show to wherever you are. So now you can log into the show. If you're out there right now, you want to watch it on your phone, you actually have choices on your phone. We do our own mobile streams. 200 kilobytes per second costs you damn near nothing, like a music file. Live stream on your phone, both Ustream and live stream, along with the Twitter Periscope feed, which is actually a higher quality feed. So in other words, we're all over on internet television. That's where we are. Okay? All right, you guys. It's that time.